I just made $5 million. $5 million. That's $5 million the past month investing. As you can see, I have more than $100 million. Subscribe to my channel so I can teach you how to make millions.
Let me tell you about my day so far. Coffee in Paris, surfed the Maldives, took a little nap on Mount Kilimanjaro. Oh yeah, and then I jumped back for the final quarter of the NBA Finals. Courtside, of course. And all that was before lunch. I could go on, but all I'm saying is, I'm standing on top of the world.
In this video, we are going to go over the stock Amazon. Woo! Yeah, AMZN. Amazon. Is Amazon a buy or a sell? Is it a crash? What's going on here? So, when we look at the very short term, the 1 week, we see that Amazon has fallen close to 2%, 1.62%, as we can see right over here. When you look at the 1 week chart, we can see that Amazon has fallen more than 2% in the short term. The 1 month, close to 4%. And the 3 month chart, it shows that Amazon has been going down by almost 7%. 7%. Amazon seems to be going on a downtrend. When you look at the 1 year chart, it seems that Amazon has been increasing from 1 year, but is it going to keep going up, or is it going to keep going, or is it going to keep dropping? That is the question that we're going to discover in this video today. When we look at the 5 year chart, we can see that Amazon has fallen in the past. Right over here, it's fallen. It fell a little over here. It fell right over here. Sure, none of these drops were as big as right over here, but maybe this is just a correction. Usually when a company at its highs, it also has the most dramatic drops. Back over here, this was also seemed like a dramatic drop when we're thinking of 660 falling down to 500. Now, what's going on here with Amazon? When you Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor, once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful," by billionaire Warren Buffett. And essentially what this means is, when traders are greedy, they'll keep on buying and buying and buying and driving the price up and thinking that it's going to keep on going up and up and up. But eventually what ends up happening is the stock ends up tumbling back down to earth from the moon because of greed. And people, that's how people lose a lot of money. And when Warren Buffett says be greedy when others are fearful, what he means is that when others are fearful because the stock plummets and everyone starts selling their stocks at a discount, that's the time you want to start buying companies. That's the right time to buy. But usually people start selling. People call it a crash, and that word crash scares people. But really, let's change the definition. Instead of crash, let's call it a discount. That's essentially what it is. A discount. That's really what it's all about. So, as we can see, the Fear and Greed Index by CNN, what emotion is driving the market right now? What emotion? Right now, the greed is driving the market right now. And the reason for that is, as we can see, the McKellen volume summarization index measures advancing and declining volume on the New York Stock Exchange. During the last month, approximately 8.23% more of each day's volume has traded in advancing issues than in declining issues, pushing this indicator forward the upper end of its range for the last 2 years. And as we can see, the stock price strength, that was the breadth. But the stock price strength, the number of stocks hitting 52 weeks highs exceeds the number of hitting lows and is at the upper end of its range, indicating extreme greed. As we can see, that's why the market kept going back up and up. As we can see, it's in the greed territory. And as we can look at the safe haven demand, the difference in 20-day stock and bond returns, stock have outperformed bonds by 2.92 percentage points during the last 20 trading days. This is close to the strongest performance of stocks relative to bonds in the past 2 years, and indicates investors and rotating with stocks from the relative safety of bonds. And when we look at the put and call options, the CBOE 5-day average, the put call ratio during the last 5 trading days, volume and put options has lagged volume in call options by 36.82% as investors make bullish bets in their portfolios. However, this is among the lowest levels of put buying seen during the last 2 years, indicating greed on the part of investors. And when we look at the market volatility, the VIX and its 50-day moving average, the CBOE volatility index is at 15.72. This is neutral reading and indicates the market risks appears low. And when we look at the junk bond market, the yield spread between junk bonds versus investment grades, investors in low quality junk bonds are accepting 1.74 percentage points in additional yield over safer investment grade corporate bonds. This spread is much higher than what has been typical during the last 2 years and indicates that investors are highly risk averse. When we look at the market momentum, the S&P 500 and its 125-day moving average, the S&P 500 is 1.04% below